That's better. Oh.
Hey, howdy, hey, people of the internet, it's Wolfman47- here. So, this is my biggest haul yet, I think. Now, you might be thinking by looking at the thumbnail that I've received so many presents and it's going to feel like a rub in your face and all that. Every haul I do is intentionally not a rub in your face. It's just things that I've bought that I like to show off. And on this occasion, I've got more things because not only is it Christmas and birthday presents, but there's also stuff that I bought using my winnings and money that I've managed to receive from selling stuff as well. So I'll be showing stuff that I bought with that money, and also stuff that I received from my sister, which, as you may recall, passed away quite recently. So yeah, there's a lot. So let's make a start. And if at any point you want to skip ahead just to see what I've got and not want to hear me talk about what I've received, that's fine. You can see what I've seen. You don't need to hear me talk. You can just move on ahead and yeah. Alright, let's get started. So, something that I got from my sister, well, something that I decided to take from my sister as a memento, I should say, is this dog statue. Anyone who knows my sister well will know that she was a lover of dogs, and she had like two statues. There was a big one and then there's this little one. I decided to go for this little one because my flat is not small, nor is it big. So yeah, just want to be careful with that. So that's that. She was a fan specifically of lurchers, if any of you are wondering. So that's that one. So something I bought from a supermarket called Tesco is this Disney 100 bauble. Now you might be thinking that's a glass bauble, you shouldn't really be hanging it, and yes, you are correct. I should not be hanging this because it is a drinking glass thing. So never had one of these bauble drinking things before, so I thought to get one because of Disney's 100th. I know they've not been doing too well, but I'm not going to talk about that because I've talked about it enough this year. So yeah, scratch my head. So another thing from Elspeth, my sister, sorry, is these. Now I do have 3 of these, and these are like three of these now, and you probably have seen these on YouTube a lot. Lots of YouTubers have these in their backgrounds, and yeah, the basic idea is they just change appearances. So yeah, so there you go. I'll do it to the other one as well, so you can see what it is. I guess it's a way of just sort of showing people what mood they're in. Not really sure if I identify green as angry, but okay. So yeah. So something that was given to me to do to my sister. Dearly loved and forever in our hearts. So there you go. That's a lantern. And yes, it does work. There you go. So that's that. Down. So we'll carry on with that, with my sister stuff. So my sister was not really keen on selling her DS or 3DS stuff until I came along, and when she passed I sold most of her stuff and wasn't able to sell everything. And one of the things I wasn't able to sell was this Fire Emblem Echoes Shadows of Valentia, and I hope I'm pronouncing that right. And the reason why I couldn't sell this was because, as you might have seen, that is a Australian age rating, and here in the UK we don't really have Australian age ratings. We do have the BBFC ratings, which I did do a video of some time ago. So yeah, that's something I couldn't sell at the shop that I went to sell things. So this will probably be an eBay thing unless I decide to pay it for myself. So yeah. Okay, so something I bought from a shop is a FNAF Pop Funko. I bought 2 of these, so this is the first one, Balloon Bonnie. I don't really know where Balloon Bonnie comes from in the franchise, so I'm just going to assume that they just decided to have a bit of fun with the animatronics, which is fair enough. Always good to have a bit of fun with these things. So here's just a collection of DS games that my sister likes to play. So there's a lot of Pokemon games, some other Nintendo exclusive games, Ace Attorney games as well, Zoom Tycoon DS, Brain Training, Nintendogs, Harvest Moon, and yeah, so a lot of good games in this little pack. So that's that. Now you've probably all heard jokes being told from crackers and that, and I decided to buy myself these two joke things. So there's Christmas jokes and cheesy jokes, and I'm not gonna do one of these jokes because a lot of them are pretty bad. Intentionally, I believe. So yeah, that's that one. Now, some of you might remember that, as well as The Simpsons, Matt Groening, whatever, was also known for making two other shows. The other is Disenchanted, which is on Netflix, and another one that is known as Futurama. And this is the box set containing the first 4 seasons of the show in its original run, until it was cancelled, then brought back, cancelled, then brought back, cancelled, and then brought back, and yada yada yada. Yeah, my sister loved Futurama. Not sure if I would say she was a big fan of the show, but she definitely enjoyed it more than the later seasons of The Simpsons, so that's saying something. Next is the other FNAF Funko Pop, which is Chica, the pizza-loving bird that is Chica. And I'm guessing someone decided to make an interesting design with the character, which is fine. Always good to have these sort of variants, because sometimes people just like to have a bit of fun with the characters. So yeah. Okay, another thing I got for my sister is this wind-up caterpillar, a very orange-looking one. I do like my wind-up toys; they're always good fun to watch, but you do have to be careful with where you put them, because if you wind them up on a table, you have to make sure it's a long table, because otherwise they're just going to fall off. And especially careful with those bigger wind-up toys as well. So yeah, just be careful with that. So yeah, a bit of health and safety guidance for you guys there. So something I do most Thursday nights is go and play bingo with some friends. And I used to have a Mario stamper, which I stamped on the cards, but that eventually ran out of ink. So I decided to go on to Amazon and buy some more. And I ended up buying 3 packs of these stamps, so all emoji stamps. So yeah, I've got 3 packs of these, so that'll be fun to use. So on to some Doctor Who stuff now. So I got a few Doctor Who Blu-rays. So first up is Doctor Who Flux, which is the complete 13th season. So this is part of Jodie Whittaker's era as the Doctor, her final full season. And this one was a return to sort of like having a one singular story with different episodes within, the story being that there's this big cataclysmic event called a flux that's trying to wipe out the universe and time and so forth, and the Doctor works to find a way to stop it, and comes across a few different enemies of hers, some more powerful than herself, and some that she's fought before, like the Sontarans, the Cybermen, and the Daleks, among others. Then the Weeping Angels as well. So yeah, it's definitely an interesting series. I wouldn't say it's my favourite one, but it's definitely got the cinematic quality and flair about it. It's definitely something that could have been seen in the cinemas for sure, because it definitely had that kind of quality to it. So going back in time, literally, it's the Doctor Who Christmas special, Twice Upon a Time. So this was Peter Capaldi's final adventure as the Doctor, in which he comes across William Hartnell's Doctor, although this time played by David Bradley, who, because of William Hartnell passing away. And it was an interesting story that sort of tried to wrap up the loose ends that were left in Peter Capaldi's era as the Doctor. And it was also the last Christmas special that Doctor Who had for a while, until this year's one, which starred Ncuti Gatwa in the role as the Doctor. So yeah, that's that one. And going back even further in time, it's this Doctor Who season 12. So this is part of a series called Doctor Who: The Collection, in which much of the classic series of Doctor Who is sort of upscaled to Blu-ray. And it's not just all the episodes upscaled to Blu-ray, there's also other things included as well, including some bonus features like interviews, reunions, the complete story in its entirety with no breaks in between, otherwise known as an omnibus. So yeah, it's got a lot, this one. And there's quite a few of them. I am hoping to start building that up again, because I used to have like a few, and then I had to get rid of them because I needed money. So yeah, that's that. Now, anybody who's familiar with Christmas adverts, and the label's just dropped. Anyone who's familiar with Christmas adverts will know that Coca-Cola is a big one when it comes to Christmas, because they're always the one that have the little trucks that and play Holidays Are Coming with Santa. Some people assume that Santa is red because of Coca-Cola. I mean, I think Coca-Cola definitely popularised the idea, but I think there were other reasons for it. And as you might have guessed, it's a money box, but it does feel a little heavy, so there is stuff inside. So I'm going to see what's inside. And yeah, it's not a bottle of Coke, which they did do on here. What it is a glass. It's a Coca-Cola glass that most of you will probably have come across in various places where you can have drinks and stuff. So here in the UK, we've got a lot of pubs that serve glasses like that. So yeah, I'm going to put that down somewhere safe because it is quite a fragile thing. Okay, so on to some more Funko Pops. And just dropped one. So here we have Spider-Man, another one I got from my sister. Alphonse from the anime Fullmetal Alchemist. Quite a good anime, I remember. If you just bear with me one sec while I find the other one.
A few moments later.
Here he is. Deadpool, another one I got from my sister. Don't need to go into details about those. So also for my sister are these two DS Lights, which both work. One I couldn't sell to the shop that I usually sell at because there wasn't a label on it. I can sell this one because it does have the label, but I don't know if I will. I haven't made that decision yet. So that's those. Okay, so on to a few books. So first up is, let me just read. Damn You Autocorrect. So yeah, they're definitely a fun one to read, this one. Not a book, but Harry Potter bookends, I believe this is. Yep, and as you can see, it's got all the Horcruxes of Voldemort, played by Ralph Fiennes, who is a fantastic actor. Then we got some Minecraft books, which is like a guide, so guide to exploration, guide to creative, guide to redstone, and guide to the nether and the end. Ooh. Spooky. Right, getting through these. So now we've got a few Switch games. So Pokemon Violet. I'll get that more clearly. So Pokemon Violet, Mario Sonic at the Olympic Games for Tokyo 2020, which ultimately had to be delayed by a year or two because of the pandemic. And Fire Emblem Three Houses. So those are those. Okay, so 3 more Switch games. So Legend of Zelda Tears of the Kingdom, Pokemon Mystery Dungeon Rescue Team DX, whatever that is, yep, and Animal Crossing New Horizons. All games that, apart from Legend of Zelda, those were all games I got from my sister as well. So yeah. And while we're talking about Legend of Zelda, I also received these as well. So I think that's a belt buckle thing, and that is a coin. So yay! And seeing as we're talking about Pokemon, I may as well share my other Pokemon stuff that I've acquired. So little Charmander here, quite a sturdy toy, that little guy. Just maybe there. And I'm guessing this is a Pokeball battery pack or dock or some kind. Quite an interesting thing. Yeah, that's that. Let's move these to one side. Oh, okay, we're going through these. So next, so you might not know this, but The Simpsons have had a few comic books, and a lot of these comics have, I think, some have been loosely adapted into episodes of the show, but most have just remained in comic book form. And I basically got 5 volumes of the Colossal Compendium. So that's basically a compilation of much of the comics that were The Simpsons. For those who are wondering, it's Bongo Comics, I believe, that distribute those. So, and you probably would have thought Marvel would have done them, given that they both belong to Disney these days, but no, guess not. On to some more Blu-rays. So we've got Strange World. Now I know some of you aren't too keen on this film because it kind of came and went. I'm only collecting this because of the spine, because I like collecting things that have like numbers on them. So yeah, and I thought it was all right for a film. I wouldn't say it was a brilliant film, but it was all right for what it was. So that's that one. Then we got Friend Request, a psychological horror starring one of the girls from Fear the Walking Dead. Quite an attractive girl, I think. But yeah, this was something that belonged to my sister. I don't really remember too much from it, but I thought it was okay for film. So yeah, that's that one. Then we have Lights Out, another psychological horror. I think this one's probably the better one of the two, but yeah, definitely full of jump scares, those two films. And getting away from horrors, we have Spaceballs, the famous Star Wars parody that starred Mel Brooks, John Candy, and Rick Moranis. I can't pronounce his name very well for some reason. I don't know why. Moving on to the MCU, which I know I've not done well. 2 box sets of the films from the Infinity Saga. So this one is all of Phase 2. So all the films from Iron Man 3 to Ant-Man. And this is Phase 3 Part 2. So all the films from Black Panther up to Spider-Man Far From Home. So that's those ones. Personally, I feel that Phase 2 should have ended with Age of Ultron, and Phase 3 should have ended with Endgame. But there you go. Marvel make the decisions, not us, the fans. And speaking of Marvel, Deadpool Monopoly. Yes, he's going to break the 4th wall by telling you how to invest your money. Yes, that's that one. Okay, not quite finished. Still got a lot to get through. So something I will show a little bit later, when I get to that bit, is this advent calendar thing, which I'm acquired for my sister as well, where it's just sort of urban legends and riddles. So that'll be an interesting one to do one Christmas. Fortunately, Christmas is over now, so it'll have to be next year, or I'll just do it in my own time. I don't know. Potty humour time. So if you are one of those people that watches my videos on the toilet a lot, you might want to consider buying this. So things to do while you poop. Yeah, that's that. Amazing facts to blow your mind. Another big book. Let's see if I can find a fact. Here we go. Mr. Potato Head was the first toy ever to be on a television advertisement. The advertisement specifically asked kids to ask their parents for money to buy Mr. Potato Head. So there you go. That's an interesting fact. And there's loads more in this as well. I've not read it all the way through yet, so I'm looking forward to getting to that point. Alright. Now, some of you that have been following us Brits lately since Brexit will know that we've not had the best of times, and this is a book that sort of celebrates that. So 52 times Britain was and pardon my French, bellend. So yeah, our government really sucks. They just, yeah. So returning to The Simpsons, I've decided to also collect my sister's Trios of Horror books as well. So I've got about 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 of these books. Because if there's anything that they are good at these days, it's the Trios of Horrors. They seem to be the only thing that they are good at the moment. Now, if you're in Scotland, you probably will be familiar with the characters R. Willie and the family known as the Bruins. For those of you that aren't too familiar with them, this is what they are. It's a comic book series that I think, and I could be wrong about this, originally started out on newspapers and then became its own comic book series that people like to read. And this is basically through the ages. So yeah, a lot of great stuff there. Now on to something I did get for Christmas. So we have Hotel Chocolat Salted Caramel Vodka. As I'm not driving later, I will have a bit of this now to tell you what I think. Oh yeah. Oh, that is strong. Vodka is really strong. And I can definitely taste the salted caramel in that. So well done. Well done, Hotel Chocolat. Now, something I did over the Christmas period was collect my sister's Lego, and I created this. So it's a Mixels, but with a clone trooper on top. So yeah, with things behind it. So yeah, I'd love to see that in Star Wars, but I know we probably won't. So yeah, but you know, it's Star Wars. Anything's possible. It's a sci-fi after all. Speaking of Star Wars, I've got like quite a few poly bags of various Star Wars mini models from an advent calendar that my sister unfortunately wasn't able to use up before she passed away. So that's all. That's all those. Move those to the side. Something my Ukrainian friend gave me is a little sweet. So Monty Bonjour's. Oh, I don't even know. I'm not going to pronounce it. But anyway, that's that. And it's too difficult to open, so I'm going to try that later. Something that my dad's cousins gave me is this little Japanese parchment thing, which contains a little poem about losing someone, which I will read if it's in here. I forgot if it's. I don't know if it's in there or not. I can't remember. So, what's this? What is this? Oh yeah, that's a personal thing for me, so I won't read that. And this poem is The Existence of Love. I had thought that your death was a waste and destruction, a pain of grief hardly to be endured. I am only beginning to learn that your life was a gift and a growing, and a loving left with me. The desperation of death destroyed the existence of love, but the existence of death cannot destroy what has been given. I am looking at your life again instead of your death and departing. Marjorie Pizer. I hope that I've pronounced her name correctly. But yeah, that's a poem about losing someone. Yeah, quite sweet. Quite a sweet poem, I think. Right, moving on. So, you might remember that Guillermo del Toro did do a sci-fi film called Pacific Rim. And I've got a little thing here. Now, I did hold on to this for quite a while and then eventually gave it to my sister. But then when she passed, I decided to get it back. But that's basically it. And back here, you get the discs that are for the film, which I'm not going to open now because it's a bit difficult to open. Charger for the DS Lite. A book that's everything you didn't need to know about the UK. Yes, my sister had a very twisted sense of humour like me. Oh god. Oh jeez. Move the camera there. Right. So some some Simpsons DVDs. So these are the early seasons, so not the recent seasons, the early seasons. So this is the Simpsons when they were good. And I'm just going to find the things that dropped and adjust the camera before I carry on.
A few moments later.
Right, so the thing that dropped is the Marvel Everyday Desk calendar. So you get these sort of calendars in stockings, and the idea of them is basically just to rip each page up as the day goes on, and usually get something interesting, funny, or whatever when you go through those. So that's that one. So something I did give my sister, which I did get from a Geek Fuel box many years ago, is this still very sealed variant of Civil War Volume 1. I don't know if this is to do with any particular version of Civil War, but I think it's to do with the Secret Wars one, because as you might see, there's Secret Wars there. So yeah, that's that one. Microsoft Office Professional 2010, something which I will go to because I still use 2007. A few discs that I acquired as well. So that's Power Disc. I don't know what that one is, and yeah, I'm not sure about this one either. So there's those. Alright, so a cracker joke for you. I will leave one after all. What kind of door does a magician have? A labracadabra door. Yeah, I'm not really sure about that one either. And a fact, a baby spider is called a spiderling. Of course, why not? Right, now you might have heard the motto, keep calm and carry on, but you know what, I'd say, sod calm, get angry. Ah! And if you're a lover of dogs like me and my sister, you'll want something like this, doggy language. That's that. A Harry Potter writing set with stamps and everything. Yes, so if you want to prank people with giving them Hogwarts acceptance letters, that's the thing to do with that. Alright, another kind of sort of Simpsons book of things. It's this, Radioactive Man. Oh, it's a heavy hardcover book for sure. So definitely a lot of good stories there, I hope. And as well as Simpsons, Future Horsehead comics, and there you are. There's those ones by my shiny metal butt and all that stuff. Okay, getting through these, about halfway through now, so yeah, it's going to be a long one, this one. So next I've got Ted Baker Sterling Blue Mini Bath and Body Duo. So I'm guessing that's either a bar of soap or some shower gel, but either way, something I'm going to use when I'm in the shower. And don't worry, YouTube, I'm not gonna do a video of me in a shower. I know nudity is not allowed usually, unless so don't worry. Everybody gets this in a stocking, and so do I. A little orange. I'm not going to try that because you know what an orange tastes like by now. Minifigure from the Star Wars. I'm thinking that's Han Solo. You can tell me in the comments. And then here's the other one, R2-D2 with antlers. Then from my friend Ben is a K9 pin badge. Thank you, Ben, again. Ben again, that rhymes. K9, of course, being from Doctor Who, the beloved companion to the 4th Doctor, and also has made some appearances with other Doctors as well, but mainly the 4th Doctor. You might remember that back when Windows 7 was a thing, we have to have discs, and this is a disc for Windows 7, which I'm probably going to give to people that I volunteer with usually on Thursdays. The day I'm recording this is a Thursday. I'm not there today because they're off for the holidays, so that's that one. I don't have a 3DS anymore, so I don't know why I bought this, but anyway, I don't know why I got this for my sister, but anyway, that's a 3DS instruction manual. Well, you might remember I did talk about Wonka briefly in another vlog some time ago, but here's a book, Charlie and the Great Glass Elevator, the sequel to Charlie and Chocolate Factory, and which would have been made had both films kind of leaned towards that a bit, but they just didn't. So yeah. Another one from that I got from my sister. Rude science. Science can be ever so rude at times. Yeah. The Man in the White Suit. So this is a book about one of the Stigs from Top Gear. I think it might be the second one. I know definitely know it's not the first, so it might be the second or third one. So that's that one. So this one is What If. So I'm guessing this is basically just various what if scenarios, because why not? Well, some people do get obsessed and have compulsions, so this is a self-help manual of understanding obsessions and compulsions by Dr. Frank Tallis. If I'm pronouncing his name correctly there. So that's that one. Right, back to Doctor Who. It's the origin story book, so origin stories of various characters, not necessarily from the cover, but yeah, there's a lot. Kind of nice though, because most of the companions and side characters don't really get much chance to develop their stories on screen. So this is a nice companion to the show to sort of try to understand the companions a bit more. So yeah, that's that one. Oop, something dropped there. No, it's a piece of Lego. Okay. So next we have a Hulk stress toy. So this is like the Hulk fist. So you press it when you get angry. Ah! So yeah, that's that. Now I'm not really sure what this is. Something tells me it might be some kind of flannel thing. But yeah, I'm not. Yeah, I don't think I'm gonna. Yeah, this is a bit difficult to open. So yeah, I'll put that to one side. Nail clippers, which I got from a cracker over the holidays. Some more antlers for R2D2. Holland playing cards. So if you've ever been to Holland or want to go to Holland, you might want to pick this up to see what kind of what they called attractions that there are. So that's that one. You stop doing that. Now I talked about Coke earlier, so now we'll talk about Pepsi, because I've got some Pepsi glasses, 2 of them. So that's those. Now before she died, my sister did give me something to enjoy, which was a sort of dining experience on a train, something of which I've always wanted to do, and yeah, I got here in the envelope is a voucher for that, which I'm not going to show because I want to keep it personal. So yeah, I think the original plan was that she would be going with me to do that, but obviously things happened, and yeah, I'm probably going to have to go with a friend or someone that I fancy. So yeah, it's a good way to have a date for sure. Yeah, expensive and a bit boozy, I think. Don't know if they do soft drinks. I'll have to inquire that. But yeah, that's that. And this is a cable guy, so Stitch. So you use this to put your phones on or game controllers or anything else that you like to use. So that's that. Next is chocolate coins, another staple in stockings. Because I've still got a lot to get through, I'm not going to try those. So one of the things that my sister wanted to do when she passed was for organs to be donated, and because we wanted to respect her wishes, we did just that. We allowed her organs to be donated, and I believe 3 or possibly 2, yeah, I think it was 2 people were forever grateful for receiving her organs. But yeah, in this box is a pin badge, which is basically this heart. So yeah, that's that, which we received as a sort of thank you for considering that. So return to Hotel Chocolate. We have some chocolates here. So I'm not gonna try them because I've still got a lot to do. But yeah, just some little Christmassy looking chocolates there. Hotel Chocolate are known for their unusual and often boozy creations, but they definitely are the ones that do like to make sort of gourmet chocolate and very unusual stuff. So always nice to try their chocolates when I get a chance. So onto a present that my friend Clank Zoka gave me, which is this. Now, I could be wrong about this, but I believe it's the sort of thing where you put your hand on it and you can make different designs, 3D models and all that. So that's that. A gift that my Ukrainian friend gave me is this. So it's not Lego per se, but you can put Lego stuff on it. So it's a Lego cup where you can put Lego stuff on it. So instead of making a Lego cup, you can put Lego on this. I did try to submit a Lego tankard as an idea to Lego as part of their Lego ideas things, but they rejected it because it kind of implies that people use it for alcohol, which they are firmly against. But hey, their loss with that one. Now, originally I was planning to sort of show off my bedding with this new bedding I've got, but I decided that I'm not going to bother because I've got so much stuff to go through. That's not really worth the effort. So, Space Invaders bedding, which is for double duvet. So I do like Space Invaders. It's not one of my biggest franchises that I play, or sorry, not play video games that I play, but that is that one. So yeah. Now, if you've ever been to a shop like John Lewis or any department store, you'll have probably come across this, the Disney Villainous board game. Kind of like with Cards Against Humanity, it's one that you can continue to bring to sort of put more and more cards to if you had money to buy them all. But yeah, I think the idea of it is you play as one of the various villains and just try and defeat one another. So yeah, it's definitely an interesting game that I was definitely interested in. Returning to Lego and calendars, we have the Lego 2024 wall calendar. So it's basically just throwing in different Lego creations to backgrounds to sort of make it a little bit realistic. So it's not exactly a sort of thing that kids might like. Kids might like it, but it's got stuff for adults too. So it's the best of both worlds. So yeah. So I talked about the Riddle Advent Calendar earlier, and this is it. So I probably will save this for another Christmas, or just a time where I just feel like I want to open something up. So yeah, that's that. Oh. Right, I promise we are nearly there. Yeah, we're definitely nearly there now. I don't know why that dropped. But yeah, onto some socks. So Star Wars socks, Mandalorian socks, Deadpool socks, M&M socks, a Doctor Who scarf which I got from my Ukrainian friend, some more M&M socks, a gaming backpack because I do need a new backpack, and me being a nerd, I thought this would work well for me. What else? More Mandalorian socks. Is this Deadpool? Yep, that's more Deadpool socks. Falling down now. More Deadpool socks. A buff that I got from my sister. Another sister buff. That's another Deadpool sock. Another Mandalorian pair of socks. Another buff for my sister from Australia. Oh dear. Now onto t-shirts. So there's an Australian one there. There's this one too, which is double-sided. Is this one double-sided? No, this isn't double-sided. That's that one. This one as well. This one's the double-sided one. Right, so this is a big thing I'm going to show now. Oh my god. Slush Puppy! So yes, it's a party pack containing a slush puppy machine, a syrup, and cups to drink the slushy from. I've always wanted to try one of these, and I know my sister was keen on this as well. And the good news is, in my efforts to lose weight, this is sugar-free. So yeah, that's that one. So I'm going to put this somewhere, and then we'll carry on. Oh. Right, there we go. Oh, going through these. So this is a Stranger Things colour changing glass, which if you put a cold drink in, it's sort of shows what it shows there. So yeah, you've probably heard of the heat changing mugs, and this is basically the opposite of that. So yeah. Right, cushions now. So here's the first one, a circuit board, if you will. That's one side. This is a doggy one. I like my dogs just as much as my sister does, so that's that one. And a TARDIS one. Ooh. Right, I promise we're nearly done. Now, there's a few more things I want to show before I end this very long vlog. And this is the longest one I've done so far. Oh! So I'll first swap the camera so I can show my tree. Yay! There's my tree in all its glory, and all my decorations and other bits and bobs right round. Now I did have another cushion which I will show just while I get through this obstacle course that I've now made of my presents. There, right. Okay. And I also missed another Lego one, so. And there they are. There's the Lego, not the Lego. That's another cushion. You might see a TARDIS on top of that. Wibbly away, tiny away stuff. Some more Lego. And just turn the camera around. And now if we go to the kitchen, there's some stuff that I got in the fridge that I received from people as well. Just open it up, and in there is my birthday cake and some cheese and some jelly which I got from people. So yeah, is all that I've got to show you. So I'll just put it there and finish. So yeah, we got through them all eventually. So yeah, thank you so much for watching. If you enjoyed the video, then please like, share, comment and subscribe. See you in the next one. Peace to you all. Always be grateful for what you receive. Remember, it's always the thought that counts, because, you know, it's nice to receive presents, and it's nice to receive the presents that you want, but just remember, sometimes you won't receive the presents you want, and the reason for that is because of money and other reasons, but at least people remember to give you something. So always be grateful for that. Whether it's something you don't like, just remember that at least people are remembering that you are there, that you are loved, and they're getting you presents. So don't ever take that for granted. Okay, so yeah. Alright, you have the rest of a good New Year's and all that. There's one more vlog left to go this year, which will be my review of the year vlog, and then I'm done for this year, and then on to 2024, which I'm hoping will be a better year for me and a lot of people. So yeah. Alright, take care and toodles.